What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be jumping back on Assetto Corsa to compare two classic Grand Prix, not F1, Grand Prix cars from the 1930s. We're going to be comparing the 1934 Maserati CM against the Auto Union Type C 1937 at the Top Gear test track at Dunsfold Autodrome. And the main thing we're going to see is which car is faster. The main difference between the two, the Auto Union has 520 horsepower, whereas the Maserati, as shown here, only has 240 horsepower. So an enormous difference in how much power these cars are outputting, but we're just going to see which one is faster around the Top Gear test track. So let's get straight into it. Get there, it's going to be up. There we are. Yes. Oh, I'm having another accident. I'm over. That is why. That's huge. Okay, so here we are on the start-finish line in our 1934 Maserati CM. I'm expecting this car to be faster across the whole lap. It does have less power than the Auto Union, but in turn it should have some better handling. So we're going to rev it up now. And it's away we go. Straight away, lots of wheel spin there. Straight up to second gear. Get the power down on these very thin road tyres. But away we go. Not too bad of a start. Now, into turn one, due to the less power, I'm expecting, at least in this first sort of sector, it should have a little bit better stability, bit better traction, etc., and some better handling. So I'm expecting it to be faster, sort of through the first corner, through Chicago, which we're going through now. It's all a little bit of understeer. Well, I mean, a lot of understeer. You'd expect it of a car built in 1934, which I believe, if my maths are correct, is 90 or 89 years ago. But down towards the hammerhead, already powering through this lap. On the brakes, obviously a car of this age doesn't have typical disc brakes, as I'm going to miss that corner slightly. Yeah, it doesn't have typical disc brakes. These cars use drum brakes, which are less efficient, less powerful. So it's immensely hard to get cars like this stopped. But up towards the follow-through, a big dab of the brakes on the way in, just to make sure it actually makes the corner. I'm going to go a bit wide. A small clip of the grass, but we're okay. Looking at the Boeing 747 over there on the one-way, and through we go, up to 150 kilometers an hour, towards the 100 board, getting on the brakes about now, and then getting it turned in, constantly having to correct the cars. Oh no, I'm gonna go off. Can I keep it on? Maybe, just about, through Gambon, and I might have to do this lap again, because that is definitely not gonna count. It's a 1 minute 39.8, but that was a big stuff up in the final corner, so I'm gonna go one more time. Okay, so attempt number 2 here. It's away we go. Try and get the power down as best I can. That wasn't too bad. Shifting up to second gear at the 70 kilometer an hour mark, and down towards turn 1 we go. So the trick for a car like this is we head up to turn 1 on the brakes early, but downshift very late, as it sort of locks the rear wheels. Will help rotate it, but if you downshift too early, it's just going to try and spin you out. Small clip of the grass through there. Cut across the white line without fully cutting the white line into Chicago. Leave it in second gear as round we go. So much understeer in a car of this age. But we're through, not too bad. And I reckon we're going quicker already on this lap than we did on the previous lap, even without the mistakes. But up to the hammerhead we go. Down to second gear. Actually a little bit earlier that time. Oh, I'm just trying to get it stopped. I just clipped that cone slightly, but we're just going to ignore that. As out of the hammerhead we go, struggling to get the power down. It's building up the revs, but away we go. Up to third gear, 140 kilometers an hour, up to the follow-through. So a dab of the brakes once again. Cut it slightly just to make sure this Maserati turns in. Up towards the tyres. Past the 747 on the right-hand side, and we're through nearly flat. I did have to come off the power slightly for that, but up towards the second final corner. Oh, hard on the brakes. Down to second gear. Oh, we're off again. Actually, yeah, we dipped 2 wheels on the grass there, and into the final corner. Gambon just to go, and over the bump and across the line. It's a 1 minute 36.14 1:41.42. So not too bad in the Maserati around the Top Gear test track here at Dunsfold. But I'm going to go and get the Auto Union C and see if it can go faster than a 1:36.142. Okay, so here we are, once again on the finish line. In our Auto Union Type C, I need this Discord overlay to go away before I can click drive. It has not gone away just yet, but there we go. Now we can get in the car. So this is going to be the harder car to get around a lap in. This has almost double the horsepower of the Maserati CM 1934. This car was built in 1937, so same era. Still used in Grand Prix format, but let's get underway in just a moment. Actually, let's just double check the time. I've got it right here. So, the time to beat in the Auto Union is a 1:36.142. So, let's rev up this Auto Union. And let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Away we go. Oh, and lots of wheel spin once again. But look at how much speed we're already carrying compared to the Maserati as we head down towards turn 1. Now, hard on the brakes. Obviously, this thing has so much power. And with the same drum brakes as the Maserati, it's going to be even harder to slow down through turn 1. Oh, and look at the oversteer that we're getting up towards Chicago now. And really trying to just put down as much power as I can. Still on very similar tyres to what the Maserati used, but with double the horsepower. So there was absolutely no grip. And then up to second gear. Away we go now down the straight. Already so much faster than the Maserati, at least in a straight line. First gear again for Hammerhead, but this is where the Auto Union will suffer, is in the corners. Not carrying as much corner speed as what the Maserati was able to manage / sort of control. And away we go out of Hammerhead again towards the follow through. Once again, a dab on the brakes because it's not going to make it otherwise. Through we go, sliding out to the grass, and a big oversteer moment and a bit of a screen freeze to go with us. Through the tyres, and around we go, just trying to get it turned. But away we go towards the final 2 corners, up to 178 kilometers an hour. Down into the penultimate corner. Clipping that apex nicely. Oh, dip of the 2 wheels on the grass. Just Gambon to go. An apex there. And sliding out over the bumps. It's going to be a big oversteer moment. But it hasn't beaten it. It's a 1:37.9. So not quite there. But I reckon maybe, since I got 2 goes in the Maserati, I'm going to give myself 1 more go in the Auto Union. Here we go, second and final attempt, revving up the Auto Union, and away we go, over the line, really trying to put the power down as much as I can, and now we get to floor and up to second gear, and instantly using all the turbos, all the engine power that we have, or whatever we have, to get down into turn 1, second gear on the way through, shifting it down to first, turning in early, and tyre squealing through turn 1, and once again sliding on the exit. Just a small clip of the grass in the back right corner. And into Chicago we go, constantly correcting this car, this German beast, as we head through Chicago. A lovely apex there, and sliding on the way out, second gear through, and up to maybe 180 kilometers an hour. Yes, that was there, shown 183 actually. Down to first gear for Hammerhead. Oh, I clipped that cone on the apex of Hammerhead, but we're going to get through relatively nicely, and away we go out of Hammerhead corner, just drifting the whole time on the way out, and a bit of a frame drop too for good measure, braking at the 100 board, getting it turned in early, and just sliding our way through second gear, 150 kilometers an hour as we hit the tyres, but it's not going to make that corner that easily. Actually, it's done really well that time around. I got the line a lot better. And now braking early for the penultimate corner just to make sure it gets turned in. There's a lovely apex there. A small clip of the grass like we did with the Maserati. Just Gambon to go now. It's going to understeer on the way out. And across the line. And it's a 1:35 dead. The Auto Union beats the Maserati. So, 520 horsepower versus 240 will beat will win around the Top Gear test track. And there we have it. Oversteer beats understeer. Well, there we have it, everybody. That has been another video here on LazGamez. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I had a ton of fun making this today. I just love driving older Grand Prix cars and older machines from the 30s, 40s, and whatever. But yeah, turns out the Auto Union, at least around the Top Gear test track at Dunsfold Aerodrome, is quicker than the 1934 Maserati CM. But that's going to do it for this video, everybody. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Stay safe, have an awesome day, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. Ciao, everybody.